Welcome into our ESPN FC studios. Kay, Shaka and Craig here, less than a week away from the World Cup, and so we put Shaka to task to bring us his international power rankings.
France is still 1, Spain 2, England 3, teetering, Argentina...
Why are these teams where they are?
I think the top 4 are... England, I'm teaching a little bit after seeing Tuchel's squad. Argentina, I have concerns about, but I can say that about everybody else. I think Portugal will provide an incredible threat, as will Norway.
Norway above Brazil?
Norway above Brazil. Brazil weren't great in World Cup qualifying. They came better later on when Ancelotti was involved.
You've literally just chucked Colombia in there, haven't you?
No, Colombia finished 3rd in CONMEBOL, but Copa America finalists, so I think they're deservingly where they are. I can't remember where 9 and 10 are.
Dutch.
Morocco.
Dutch and Morocco. Dutch and Morocco.
Someone's taking notice tonight.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of data for me to process.
To be honest with you, your phone ran off the hook. Your phone was ringing off the hook 20 minutes before the show started.
Yeah.
We're hunting you down for your power rankings.
It's a lot that goes into the rankings.
There was a lot going into your mouth at the time. That's what sandwiches and crisps, and there was a power rankings to be done.
There's a lot that goes in. That's all I've got to say.
It's the fuel for the brain
Exactly.
power.
This is hungry work. This is.
The World Cup's not that long away.
A week away.
You need to up your game.
Sorry, Frank, but it's the Shaka curse. He said that France are going to win it, number 1 in the power ranking.
Hold on, 4 years ago I picked Argentina to win it.
Hang on. Hang on.
Answer the question, Frank.
Did you initially, though? Did you change your mind after the group stages?
That don't count.
Yes, it does.
No, it does. No, it does.
Yeah, it's what I thought. He changed his mind, so I'm a bit worried, about that. But I'm pleased that they really think that France can be the favorites. I share the spot with Spain, but I'm very surprised that they put England 3rd and only Portugal 5th. According to what I saw from Portugal and the players that they have, I think they deserve the 3rd spot. But overall, I'm not surprised and disappointed about Shaka's power ranking. I like it, Shaka. I'm with you. I'm with you. But if France doesn't win, I will say that it's because of you we didn't win.
Make sure to join us every day here on ESPN FC. But for now, we'll let you get back to the second half.
thanks to Mane. Argentina leading by 1-0, but that certainly has dampened the spirits of those Honduras supporters. Everybody's in light blue and white tonight, especially the Honduras players. Argentina and their change kit. College Station in Texas. Kyle Field, super attendance. And everyone's wondering about Lionel Messi. He's on the bench. Will he stay there? Will he get some minutes? There are a number of Argentina youngsters who aren't in the 26-man squad, but are on the bench tonight. Nicolas Capaldo, Ignacio Ovando, Simon Escobar, Tomas Aranda, Joaquin Fritz. There he is. No. Would you want his lifestyle? Yeah. But everything that goes with it. You can't just take bits of it. It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then again, I am very comfortable staying in my house.
You have a lovely house.
And let me tell you, if I had the budget that Lionel Messi has, I would really make a nice house with everything that I need and want. But that's me. Other people may have the need to go and interact with the world. I don't feel that need, just even now in my regular life. So I could make it work. Others may be difficult. For me, it would be no problem. And for those that say, well, he doesn't have a social life, this and that and the other, he can't go out. I don't care. I bring the world to my house.
He's got enough pals to bring round.
Yeah.
I think he can afford a security system.
Yeah.
A couple of ring cameras.
Yeah, it'd be all right. I could make it work.
I mean, you do get a taste of Messi's life when you come into to do an ESPN FC show. Everyone in the corners throwing things at you. Can you sign this, Ali?
Well, yes. But you know what? Somebody's got to do it.
I know.
It's tough work. Somebody's got to do it. And why not me?
I was talking to someone about one of your phrases, and I mixed up your metaphors. I said, where your grandmother lays her eggs.
Oh, no.
It was just no. No. Goodness.
So my grandmother hangs her clothes.
I know, and where the spiders lay the eggs, but I was mixed metaphor. I love your phrases, I just didn't get them right. There you go.
In the meantime, Rodrigo de Paul is coming on the field.
Indeed. Chester hat. You get away with that. You go to the football. It's the only place you get away with that. Home with the 12th man, the Aggies. Texas A&M. Rodrigo de Paul coming on. 19 of Argentina's 26-man squad have been called up for this one. They are stripped. We shall be seeing this young man. Now, he's very interesting because he's got a famous dad, Maynor Figueroa. He plays for Liverpool reserves, Keirol Figueroa. He was a former US under-20 international. He moved to the Liverpool Academy from FC Dallas in 2016. We shall be seeing him shortly. Rodrigo de Paul comes on for Argentina, as does that young man, Kundo Medina, Boca Juniors. I'd say young, he's 27. When you get to my age, everybody's young. So a couple of changes. Figueroa, looking forward to seeing him. Yet made his debut, but when the referee blows the whistle, it is a friendly, so he could still potentially change nationality back to the US. But we're underway for the second half. It's a debut for Keirol Figueroa. We are seeing for Kundo Medina and Rodrigo de Paul on for Argentina. Speaking beforehand about just make sure everyone comes through unscathed. From an Argentina perspective, ahead of their World Cup opener against Algeria, Tuesday the 16th in Kansas City. Don't see any need for that to change. Nice little flip from Lautaro. Moving it quickly to the left-hand side. This could be an opportunity for a second goal, and very close. Really nice move, and Almada unable to apply the finishing touch, but he did get some sort of touch.
Beautiful touch, really, and I look for Facundo Medina. His first participation and involvement in the game finds the run of Almada, and I'm thinking Thiago Almada doesn't need to take it first time. He actually had more time than he realized. He could have brought the ball down and give himself a better opportunity. Rushed the attempt, didn't make the contact that he wanted, still 1-0. Imagine that Facundo Medina has come on the field for Nicolás Tagliafico. And I'm thinking that Rodrigo de Paul came on the field for Valentin Barco.
He did indeed. Argentina on the front foot to begin this second half. Medina can also play as a centre-back, has done for Boca. He's a left-back tonight. Rodrigo de Paul, Messi's teammate at Inter Miami, former teammate Giuliano at Atletico Madrid.
Can I tell you, these are important minutes for Rodrigo de Paul.
Sure.
For people that may follow Inter Miami and those that may not, let me just tell you, he hasn't had the best of seasons with Inter Miami. And by saying that he hasn't had the best of seasons, I really mean there have been moments in which Rodrigo de Paul has been underwhelming. And I think some of it has to do with the fact they won the title last year. It almost feels like job done with Inter Miami, and he was looking ahead to the World Cup, and there wasn't a whole lot of investment in the early part of this season by Rodrigo de Paul in his individual performances with Inter Miami. Well, here we are, days away from the start of the World Cup, and Argentina, and in particular, Lionel Messi, need the best of Rodrigo de Paul if they're going to be successful in this tournament.
There's been a common theme for anybody that's come to Major League Soccer over the years. Those who buy into it have usually been successful. Those that don't always last.
He felt like he bought into it last season and closed the season really well with Inter Miami, scored a goal in MLS Cup. But the start of the season has been very uneven for Rodrigo de Paul, and I suppose you can make that same argument for all of Inter Miami. But his performances individually, you're expecting a whole lot more.
So what?
And Argentina are going to need a whole lot more than what he has given Inter Miami so far this season.
Foul on Errol Figueroa and the yellow for Lautaro. We had that challenge on Derek Moncada in the first half that he got away with. He didn't get away with this. Ouch.
Yeah, that'll do it. It's late. Comes over the top of the ball. Thiago Almada has more time. He's unable to bring the ball down. If he just takes a correct touch with it,
stretching. Good move.
I think he can bring the ball down, and if he brings the ball down, then he gives himself a real opportunity. Wasn't the best touch on the ball.
Sixth cap for Rodrigo de Paul. Nice switch. Medina. Mada to Palacios. Space here for Lo Celso. Giuliano. Big chance. Awful attempt by Thiago Almada.
Oh, mommy. I think he's surprised he has so much time. That he's allowed and afforded the opportunity to turn. It's almost as if it's no longer instincts taking over. It's like, why am I so open? Why am I so open? I guess I have to rush. At some point, they're going to come and close me down. And eventually, he gets it all wrong.
He had a underwhelming first season at Atletico Madrid following his move from Botafogo. A lot of talk that it is one and done in Spain, and he might be on the move again. seen Atleti, if you're not going to be an integral part of their future plans, they'll make sure they don't lose money on you. They'll either get what they paid, 21 million, or a little profit. They'll not hang around any players that they seem as potentially surplus to requirements.
What I would say about his performance with Atletico Madrid this season, one, injuries were a problem, but
yes,
beyond that, I don't think he ever really found what his role was in the team.
I don't know what position he was best at in that setup.
Correct. And so it's almost as if he's like, well, it's not quite a winger type, but he's not really an underneath guy. So he's not a guy that can have just freedom to do whatever he wants. And if it's not well defined with Simeone, he's not going to go out of his way to define it for you.
First bit was good by Rosales, the second bit not so much. Even tonight for Thiago Almada, he's kind of sometimes drifting, sometimes playing central. Right now he's kind of playing in that advanced 8, kind of 10 role. It's a nasty little clip of Lo Celso's heels. Luis Palma, who's not known for his tackling. Neither is that man, Neil Maldonado.
Similar to Lisandro Martinez, he's late, the ball is already gone. It's clearly a foul and a yellow card. For a guy like Thiago Almada, not just to, I'm not trying to drive the point home here or anything, but you would expect him to dominate games like tonight, for example. That he would be able to really stand out above some of his defending players from Honduras. And yeah, he's had a couple of moments, but you never really get the sense of, man, this guy is something else. At least not based on what we have seen today or what we saw with Atletico Madrid.
This is Rodrigo de Paul trying to be the conductor of the orchestra. Lautaro. Mariano had made the run through. Just to reset, makes another run. Lautaro. Casa gets there first, and a heavy touch. Throw in for Argentina. It's a good bit of pressure, this. The Albiceleste. It's intricate, but it needs to be an end product.
It's intricate, and it's very central. So there isn't a whole lot of space in that part of the field, and there isn't a whole lot of width to Argentina, which then makes it easier for Honduras to defend.
Finally, a bit of width. Almada drifting. Say one thing about Jose Molina, he's got his Honduras team very well drilled. They know their roles. Behind for Lautaro, little back flick. Chance for Giuliano, it's 2. Lovely goal.
If you remember in the first half, Mark, I talked about skipping the pass out wide and finding the pass inside towards Lautaro Martinez. And it is in that movement of Lautaro Martinez and the recognition of the space by Giuliano Simeone coming from the right-hand side, far more natural for him to go from outside to in. The layup from Lautaro Martinez, the run from Simeone, the initial run of Lautaro Martinez that opens the space centrally, that is well recognized and sorted out and picked out by Giuliano Simeone. Little back heel action, good finish, 2-0. Well built by Argentina and well-deserved goal by Giuliano Simeone.
Yeah, super goal, super assist, and a super finish. Enzo's about to come on. A lot of Argentina fans in attendance. See if that's the only change that the team is going to make. If you see Messi, you probably don't see him until later on. this ball. The first 10 minutes of the second half, Argentina were very good. Romero, Alexis McAllister, they're not exactly weakening their team. Some final instructions from Walter Samuel, who's one of Lionel Scaloni's assistants, along with Pablo Aimar and Roberto Ayala. Talented quartet of players. Wouldn't mess with Walter Samuel though.
I'm sure you could have a pretty competitive coaching match.
Yeah, right.
Before or after practice, a little small-sided game with the coaching staff.
I love watching Aimar in that Valencia team in the early 2000s.
Long way from that with Valencia.
Oh dear. They're trying to sell this Nuevo Mestalla as the only show in town. We want Messi is the cry from the Argentina supporters in attendance, and probably the Honduras fans as well.
Yeah. The fans at the stadium cannot hear me, but I would suggest that I wouldn't hold my breath.
No. You get a glimpse of him on the field, it shall not be for long. Wide by Rodrigo de Paul. He's kind of taken up that role that you asked him to.
Here's the thing with Thiago Almada. He's taking more of a central position here, right? And he's a guy that is supposed to give you some width down the left-hand side. If he's tucked all the way in, that means that Medina has to give you the width down the left. The problem is that I don't think Thiago Almada is such a good player in tight spaces that he becomes very useful to you in those underneath spaces consistently. So
It's back here by Palacios. A lot of players involved in this move. Medina is taken late by Melendez. Play on, Almada's layoff. And Lo Celso denied by the block. They look like they're going to create something every time they come forward, Argentina, in this second half. Been very lively.
Now, that was a whole lot better from Thiago Almada. It was 1 and 2 touches, and more importantly, there was movement. Once he laid the ball off, there was actually a change of pace to get into open space in behind the Honduras back line.
He's dropping short and picking up space. Right across the face, and the header is somehow stopped. Danger not yet over. Eventually Honduras get it away to Moncada. Figueroa. He's got a man inside. If he could have got it through, that could have been an opportunity. But now with a couple of bodies forward, they might be in a position to be an advantage of Argentina's team.
He was so concerned by the 3 defenders that were on him that wasn't able to get his head up and pick out the run, the supporting run coming from behind.
Gone. Argentina 2-0 up. Looking good. Rodrigo de Paul. Just over the head of Lautaro and back by Melendez. Have you noticed anything different from the way Argentina have gone about their business in these 15 minutes of the second half compared to what we saw for the majority of the first half?
Quicker movement of the ball, and a lot more balls actually going forward first and then coming back rather than sideways and back. When you do that, then you push Honduras further back, which then allows the underneath spaces to be operated by guys like Almada when he comes into that space. Lo Celso, who has been really good on the turn. The fact that you have the presence of Rodrigo de Paul from deeper then frees up Lo Celso to go and combine more advanced positions, and then all the activity that you get down the right-hand side from Simeone.
6 changes, 7 changes, 8 changes, 4 for each side. Speech again in 20 minutes. No, Messi's not wrong. Here we go.
Good luck, Mark.
Thank you. See you again shortly. Just numbers, isn't it? The bingo contest. Do this as come on. I would like to see a little bit more of Derek Moncada. Look at this kid. This is an 18-year-old who I think we'll see a bit more of. Moncada's off. Rodriguez is off. Arriaga's off. Alistair coming on, off by Celso. I have to say, it's a lot better when they do it all at once, like this, rather than drips and drabs, like these substitution numbers